The evolution of strategies in soccer, NFL, and basketball. Sports are not static. They are dynamic and ever-evolving, shaped by innovation, creativity, and the constant pursuit of excellence. Soccer, the NFL, and basketball are prime examples of how strategies have revolutionized gameplay, turning these sports into the complex and thrilling spectacles we see today. Over the decades, strategic changes have been influenced by rule changes, advancements in player fitness, and evolving team philosophies. These developments have not only enhanced the sports, but also deepened fans' appreciation for their intricacies. This article explores the evolution of strategies in these three sports, examining how tactics have transformed over time and their impact on modern gameplay. By delving into the history and modern approaches, we gain insight into the tactical genius that defines these games. Soccer from classic to modern tactics. Soccer, or football as it is known globally, has a rich tactical history. In the early days, formations like the 2-3-5 dominated the field. This attacking formation, known as the pyramid, prioritized scoring over defense. Players focused on individual skill and dribbling, with little emphasis on structured team play. Coaches placed great emphasis on flair and improvisation, with the idea that sheer attacking numbers would overwhelm defenses. The mid-20th century saw a shift with the introduction of the WM formation by Arsenal manager Herbert Chapman in the 1920s. The WM 3-2-2-3 brought defensive solidity to the game, balancing attack and defense. This era also saw the rise of zonal marking and offside traps, particularly in Italian catenaccio systems of the 1960s, emphasizing defense-first strategies. Managers began to focus on meticulous planning, studying opponents' strengths and weaknesses to gain an edge. The late 20th century and early 21st century brought revolutionary changes with total football, popularized by the Dutch team Ajax and their national side in the 1970s. Total football required players to be versatile, seamlessly switching positions and emphasizing fluidity in attack and defense. It demanded a high level of technical skill, tactical understanding, and physical fitness, setting a new standard for the sport. Modern soccer strategies have been significantly influenced by coaches like Pep Guardiola, whose tiki-taka system at Barcelona prioritized short, quick passes and possession to dominate opponents. High-pressing strategies, like those employed by Jurgen Klopp's gegenpressing, have also gained popularity, focusing on regaining possession immediately after losing it. Data analytics now play a pivotal role in shaping strategies, optimizing player positioning, and exploiting opponents' weaknesses. Teams now use advanced metrics to assess player performance and tactical efficiency, making the game more scientifically driven than ever. NFL, from ground and pound to aerial mastery. The evolution of NFL strategies mirrors the league's growth from a run-heavy, physical game to a fast-paced, aerial-focused sport. In the early days, teams relied heavily on the running game, using formations like the single wing and T formation. These strategies emphasize power and simplicity, with a focus on ball control and grinding out yardage on the ground. Coaches relied on brute force and endurance to outlast opponents, reflecting the rugged ethos of the sport's early years. The mid-20th century saw the introduction of the forward pass, revolutionizing the sport. Innovators like Paul Brown and Sid Gilman pioneered the use of structured passing games, leading to the development of the West Coast offense in the 1980s by Bill Walsh. This strategy focused on short, precise passes to move the ball efficiently and control the tempo of the game. It emphasized timing and rhythm, requiring quarterbacks and receivers to have impeccable chemistry. Defensive strategies evolved in tandem. The 4-3 defense, popularized by Tom Landry, and the 46 defense created by Buddy Ryan in the 1980s, showcased the importance of defensive schemes in countering explosive offenses. Zone blitzes and nickel defenses became staples for shutting down increasingly sophisticated passing attacks. Coaches began to use disguised coverages and hybrid players to keep offenses guessing. In the modern NFL, offenses have become more creative, with schemes like run-pass options, RPOs, and pre-snap motion to confuse defenses. The emphasis on analytics has transformed play calling, with teams prioritizing fourth down conversions, two-point attempts, and optimizing player matchups. Quarterbacks are now expected to read defenses on the fly, and coordinators exploit mismatches through intricate route combinations. As the game evolves, the balance between offensive and defensive innovation continues to define the sport. Basketball. From post-play to perimeter dominance. Basketball's evolution is a testament to how the game has adapted to changing player profiles and philosophies. In its early days, basketball revolved around post-play and set offenses. Centers like George McCann dominated the game in the 1940s and 1950s, with an emphasis on inside scoring and rebounding. Teams relied on height and physicality, often neglecting the importance of ball movement and outside shooting. The 1960s and 1970s introduced faster-paced play with teams like the Boston Celtics, led by Bill Russell, employing fast breaks and suffocating defense. The introduction of the three-point line in 1979 revolutionized the game, although it took years for teams to fully embrace its potential. Initially seen as a gimmick, the three-point shot became a game-changer as players and coaches realized its strategic value. It opened up the court, creating more space for dynamic playmakers. The 1980s and 1990s saw the rise of isolation plays and physical defense. Stars like Michael Jordan thrived in one-on-one situations, while teams like the Detroit Pistons employed bad boy defense to stifle opponents. The triangle offense, popularized by Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls, emphasized spacing, ball movement, and creating scoring opportunities for star players. This era also saw the rise of power forwards and centers who could dominate both ends of the court. In the modern era, analytics-driven strategies have shifted focus to perimeter shooting and spacing. The small ball revolution, led by teams like the Golden State Warriors, prioritized three-point shooting, quick transitions, and versatile players capable of defending multiple positions. Defensive strategies have adapted with increased use of switching defenses and zone schemes to counteract the spread offenses. Player tracking data now influences decisions on rotations, shot selection, and game tempo. Today's game demands versatility, with players needing to excel in shooting, defense, and playmaking to succeed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed exploring the fascinating evolution of strategies in soccer, the NFL, and basketball with me. Your support means the world, so please like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting sports history and insights. Let me know your thoughts or your favorite strategies in the comments below. See you in the next video.